Hey, this is Raise Radio, the holistic wisdom podcast for awakening women that weaves food and nutrition, traditional wisdom, spiritual expansion, so that you can feel your best, body, mind, and soul. I'm your host, Raina Lutz. Let's dig in. Here's how to make food easier. Know that your mind is in control, not the food. I've had this dialogue with many clients over the last decade. If there's no junk food in the house, I won't eat it. If there's chips, ice cream, etc. in front of me, I can't help it. I can't not eat sugar if it's in front of me. But take a deep look at these statements. None of them are actually real. None of them are actually true. These are all choices we make. These are all just thoughts, beliefs we have about ourselves and about food. So why are none of these a valid reason for making poor choices? Because the food does not reach itself out of the bag and fall into your mouth. Because you can always hop in the car and go drive and purchase any food you want. So having it in the house doesn't ever really stop you from getting it. Now that you've identified that you have this addictive part of you that can't help it, you can start to switch that. Not having awareness of it makes it harder. Being aware of that part so you can bring it to light helps you to start to work on it. Know that you don't need to listen to these thoughts or believe them about yourself. And you do have the ability to see food as therapy and to switch these thoughts. You do have the skills to think about where your food comes from and to question it. You are a crazy intelligent being, and you have the power to look deeper, think harder, and ask more questions, getting curious about where your thoughts originate from and where that belief stems from. Not everyone is tempted, stressed, and bothered by sweets in front of them. Those of us who practice intuitive eating, meaning we eat when hungry and stop when full, and there are no games in our head about cheat days, calorie counting, or guilt. People like this, they exist. It's possible for you too. And I can already hear you saying, but it's not, it's a physical need. My body needs sugar. I'll kill for it. Like Lisa Kilgore says, any emotion around food isn't about the food. It's your blood sugar. So cravings are for two reasons, either emotional or physical. If you're not sad and stressed and reaching for sugar for a mental pep-up, or hiding in the pantry, crying and eating cookies secretly, then it's a physical craving. If it's a physical craving, your body will search for the fastest form of glucose. So your blood sugar is low, and it will search for sugar in the white form. All you need to do is eat more starchy carbs and fat to quiet that craving, and eat more regularly to balance your blood sugar. So let's talk about the anti-nutrient, sugar, that is the villain here, since most people say these things to me about sugar. Refined sugar acts like a drug in the body. In fact, it affects the very same brain chemicals that morphine, heroin, and amphetamines do. What this means is, as you may already know and already can admit, that you can become addicted to sugar. If you do eat sugar, you get your high and do temporarily have more energy, but it actually creates unstable blood sugar, not good for managing weight, and low serotonin, not good for staying happy, which creates an imbalance in your blood sugar, a dip, which creates the need for more. So eating sugar creates the need for more sugar. It's a vicious cycle. But at the end of the day, the sugar doesn't control you. You can mope and whine and writhe in discomfort that it's a craving, it's your body's fault, and it's not all your fault. But you always have another choice you can make. Your mind is in control, and you can move away from the call for sugar. The cake doesn't control you. The potato chips don't control you. The candy doesn't control you. The cookies don't control you. You control you. Hey, thanks for making time to listen to Raise Radio today. I really appreciate you. If you head on over to my website, www.lutznutrition.ca, you can get some food for your soul. I'm giving away my Food and Healing Make Stress and Overwhelm a Thing of the Past guide. It gives you everything you need to end the mind games, stop agonizing about whether or not you're doing wellness right, and end your nightly cravings. It is free on my website, lutesnutrition.ca. Head there now and you can grab the guide for yourself. Thank you so much for listening today.